Just let your beauty shine through. Let it shine through. You're one Hi you guys, it's me NeeCJae. Today I want to come to you with the top 10 foundations of 2019. If you are interested in this video, then keep watching. There were a lot of new foundations that were released this year, and I wanted to just bring you some of the top foundations, in my opinion, for dry, mature skin. I have some high-end foundations and some affordable foundations, so I have something for everyone. The first one I'm going to start off with is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I'm in the shade Cool number 9. This foundation is wonderful to me. I love this foundation. I actually have this foundation on now today. For some reason it dries down, but it's a matte, but it's like a soft matte. It doesn't dry down and just leave my skin just looking dry, you know. And I also like the little classic looking bottle that it's in. Charlotte Tilbury has great foundation for the mature skin. It just leaves your skin looking radiant. Like I said, I do have it on today. I moisturize my skin thoroughly. I have bone dry skin, so anytime I use any type of matte foundation, I always moisturize thoroughly, okay? Moisturize my skin completely. So yeah, Charlotte Tilbury. I was a little late to the game with this one, but the Fenty Beauty, I love this foundation. This foundation, I'm in the shade 350. It's hydrating, and it's just, let me see, hydrating long wear foundation, and it is. I love foundation that actually leave your skin looking hydrated and flawless. That's what I love, and yeah. This is one of my favorites. Do an affordable foundation, and this foundation is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. I am in the shade, what is it, 330 Toffee, and this has a SPF of 50 in it as well. This is a really good foundation. I really like this one a lot. It surprised me to be like a drugstore foundations. I'm telling you, they're stepping up their game. They coming for us, okay? So I really like this foundation. I wore this a lot during the summer, and I would just wear this foundation anyway. I just like it. I like that it does have a SPF in it as well. And yeah, the only thing with SPF, sometimes you have to watch if you're taking pictures. It may leave a like flashback, a cast, and you can see the foundation on. So you know, when you take pictures and you'll say, what is that? Ghost looking sometimes. However, other than that, I love this foundation. I like the way it goes on. I like the way it feels on my skin. I like it a lot. So yes, the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. Another foundation that came out this year and I absolutely love. It is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, the ABH, and this, I am in the shade 370W. This foundation is wonderful. I like it a lot. I like that it is not drying. It's hydrating to my skin. It goes on flawlessly. I love it. This is, let's see, it is a, I don't know if it's full coverage, it's maybe medium coverage, I believe. But yeah, I like it. I like the way it goes on and it applies to my skin. Having dry skin, you really have to be careful with foundations, because some foundations, they can matte really fast and make you look older. It just depends on the consistency and the formula. And Anastasia Beverly Hills, it really has a nice formula to this foundation, and I like it a lot. It says Luminous Foundation, and it is. It gives you like a glow, and I like that. Anytime a foundation gives me a glow, I love it, okay? So yes, ABH. Now, another foundation, and like I said, I'm gonna put all the prices, I'm gonna list them up here if I didn't say that. Is by Estee Lauder, the Double Wear. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite foundations. I mean, I guess I used to work the line, this Estee Lauder counter. I was the counter manager there, but I fell in love. This is one of the first foundations that I fell in love with. I am in the shade 5W1 Bronze, number 42. Love this I love this foundation. This is really comparable to me to the Charlotte Tilbury. This goes on, it does dry matte, but it is not an overwhelming like matte which just sucks up all the oil in your skin and just dries up. Now this one is really, it dries matte. However, I do moisturize thoroughly before I apply this foundation. But this foundation has a wonderful, wonderful sheen to it as well. I mean, it makes my skin glow like the Charlotte Tilbury one does. It has a radiance to it, which I love. I'm just trying to see what else does it say. No, it doesn't say that, but it's a stay in place makeup, and it does. It stays in place. It does not budge, but it leaves my skin really looking beautiful, and I love that. I love that about a foundation. When you find a foundation that just works for you, I always keep it in rotation. This is a foundation that I will continue to buy always. Another one that I just absolutely love, and this is by L'Oreal True Match. I am in N7, and it's a classic tan, the shade, and this one has a SPF of 17. Usually sometimes my foundations, they do run neutral, and some neutrals make me look a little ashy, but this is a great neutral. I like this affordable foundation because it comes in a variety of shades, and I like it a lot because this is like a foundation that you can wear every day without breaking the bank, and I'm all about affordable foundations that wear well. I love that, and this is one of them. So yeah, L'Oreal True Match. This is another foundation that I absolutely love. However, and it is a full coverage foundation. However, it does have a scent. So, and this is by Huda Beauty. It does have a scent. I'm in the shade Gingerbread 430 N. It has a scent, but it has a scent, and it's a strong scent to me. So if you're not into scents, you may not like this foundation. However, if you're looking for a full coverage foundation that applies beautifully to your skin, this is one. If you can get over the scent, because there is a scent, and I'm funny about scents, you know. However, this is a really great full coverage foundation. Every now and then I will wear a full coverage. It has to be something that I'm really getting totally glammed up. I will wear a full coverage, and this is a really great full coverage foundation. I like Huda. I like Huda a lot. It just, yeah, it has a perfumey type smell to it. So yeah, Huda Beauty. The next foundation that I want to talk about is by NARS. This is one of my favorite foundations as well. This is NARS. I'm in the shade Cadaz, and this is the Natural Radiance Longwear Foundation by NARS. Love this foundation. I like the way it makes my skin look radiant. It has a natural finish to it where your skin just has a natural looking glow to it, and I love that. Love that about NARS. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite foundations. It never goes out of style for me. I will always pick up this one as well. Love this one by NARS. My next one is by Maybelline, and it is the SuperStay full coverage as well, 24-hour long wearing foundation. This is a long wearing, it is a matte foundation, and again, I say anytime, especially in this cooler weather, when you wear a matte foundation, if you have dry skin, you really want to make sure you moisturize your skin thoroughly. And when I set, I do not use any kind of powders with matte foundations. With the ones I just showed you, I'm Double Wear, Charlotte Tilbury, and this, yes, if it's a matte foundation, I do not set anything with powder. I use a setting spray. Majority of the time, especially now, the cooler months, I use a setting spray with this, and I use one that's really oil based when wearing a matte, like a Milani. Milani has a setting spray with oil base. That I believe is oil based, and it's so great. It dries down, takes a little bit of time though to dry down, but once it dries, oh my goodness, it has a radiant, flawless looking appearance when you wear a matte foundation. But this foundation is really great. I like it especially for a drugstore. If you're looking for a matte foundation, if you have oily skin especially, this is a really good drugstore foundation, and it is, like I said, the SuperStay full coverage foundation. It's supposed to last 24 hours, but I know it's a great foundation and I love it. Last but certainly not least, and it is a full coverage foundation. It has an anti-aging serum in this by It's Cosmetic. It is a CC, so it is a full coverage foundation, and it also has an SPF of 50 in it. I love it. Anything that's anti-aging, but this is a great full coverage foundation. And I love foundations, especially like a full coverage that also has an anti-aging serum built into this foundation. It is a great foundation. I've worn this several times, especially if you're at a banquet, a ball, things like that, where you want a full coverage look, you want to go totally glam. This is a great one. I like it. I like this one a lot. It has another regular formula, but I like this one because it has an anti-aging serum in it. Love this foundation. That is all I have for you today. I like foundations that really enhance your skin, that give you a glow, especially having dry skin. I'm all about hydrating, illuminating, okay, especially. And foundations that, you know, I like full coverage, but like I said, I do not wear full coverage all the time, but when I do, I like hydrating foundations, even with full coverage foundations, okay? So anyway, guys, thank you so very much for tuning in. I see I have some new subscribers, so welcome. You are now part of the NeeCJae family. And thank you so very much, each and every one of you that just take time out of your precious day to watch my video. I greatly appreciate it. If you're just stopping in and you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also click that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Peace and love until next time. Mwah.